everyone, and welcome to the Scrap Hoarders Collaboration Series. There are 10 of us crafters in this collaboration, and for the next 3 weeks, we are going to show you different ways to use your scraps. We all have tons of scraps from our card making and other paper crafting, and this week we're going to show you how to use those scraps to make embellishments of all kinds. And in the following weeks, we are going to be making tags and bookmarks and cards. At the top of the description box, you'll find a link to the next person in the lineup, and I hope you take time to watch all 10 videos, and as always, we love your comments and thumbs up. And if you aren't already a subscriber, we hope you consider subscribing and click on the little bell so you won't miss the next volume of the Scrap Hoarders series. So what I've been showing you are some of the supplies that you're going to be needing, such as scraps and punches or dies, and different adhesives depending on what you have on hand. You're also going to need something like glossy accents or liquid glass or clear Nouveau drops, because what we are going to be making today is faux enamel dot embellishments. So I've got together some of my smaller scraps and picked out the ones that I wanted to use, and now I'm just going to use my punches to punch out hearts and circles and stars. And you can use whatever punches you have. You can use dies and just, die cut out little pieces. And you can use whatever papers or cardstock that you have as scraps, because this pretty much works with everything. And so as you see, that's all I'm doing is cutting out different size, and different designs. And those are what I'm going to be using to show you how to make enamel dots. And yes, they're not really enamel dots, they're faux enamel dots, but guess what? They are just as awesome. Once everything is cut out, you're going to have to decide what you're going to use to give it that beautiful glossy look that you would have with an enamel dot. There are a lot of great options for the clear top coat, and you may not have what I have, but you may have something that will work just as good. But it's pretty much impossible to add that clear coat to these unless they are adhered to something already, which is where the glue dots come in, or the Xyron, because after all, don't you want your embellishments to have an adhesive back? But if you don't have that, you can always put the pieces on something like purple tape or washi tape where they can easily be peeled off, but that it will keep them in place while you're adding that clear coat so that your fingers aren't in the way. So I put the stars on the purple tape just as an example for you that that's a possibility. And now I am putting my hearts into my Xyron. And if you're not familiar with a Xyron, I'll put a link below in the description box to a video that I have on using it and all the different things that you can do with it. I love using the Xyron for this best because it is a great way to add the adhesive to the back of your embellishments and a great way to keep your embellishments safe until you're ready to use them. And another great thing to stick them to are glue dots, such as Zots. And again, you can leave them on that paper until you are ready to use them. And while I'm doing that, I'll let you know that some of us might be offering prizes on our channels, so be sure to pay attention for details. And at the end of this 3-week series, we will have 3 grand prize winners drawn from those that watched and commented on all 10 videos each week. The grand prize drawings are open internationally. Check the description box below for all the details. My giveaway won't happen until the 3rd video, but you will have to collect the secret words that I'm going to give you in all 3 videos in order to enter. So pay attention, I'll tell you more in a bit. So I have some glue dots that are smaller than the Zots that I just used, and these are going to be so perfect for those little tiny dots that I used a regular hole punch for. And like I already said, things like glue dots and Zots and the Xyron are actually the best choices because it gives the adhesive backing to the embellishments that you're making, and it also is a safe place for them to sit. But even if you don't and you have to use the purple tape and then adhesive later, That works too.
Okay, normally I would use liquid glass. This is my absolute favorite from close to my heart. I can put a link below in the description box. But I have so many choices that today I want to step outside the box and I want to use the 3D crystal lacquer on some of them, and I'm going to use the Nouveau crystal drops on some of them. And this one does dry clear, and that's what you want. You want something that's going to dry clear. We might also try this glittery one too. It could be really pretty. All right, so let's get started.
So I'm going to put the Nouveau drops on the hearts, and it's best if you go around the edges first and then you fill in the centers. Do your best to go edge to edge, and it's okay if you go over the edges a little bit. That is going to look so pretty when it dries. So I decided that I want to use the 3D crystal lacquer on the dots that I'm going to be doing, both the larger dots and the smaller dots. And then for the stars, I am going to use the Nouveau glitter drops. Okay, are you ready for the secret word? The secret word is pink. And whatever you do, don't use it in your comments below. Don't share it with anyone because you will be disqualified and you don't want that to happen. And I'm sure you're wondering what the prize is going to be, and it is going to be a digital paper pack so that I can keep this giveaway open internationally. And I figure with this being scrap hoarders that a paper pack would be the perfect prize to give away, and I'll tell you more about it later.
You can see I used some of the purple tape to hold it down because it was kind of rounding up from being around a roll. So that's one thing you can do if your paper, tends to curl a little bit. But these are all done and ready to be used. And I just wanted to show you how easy that is. So here's a cute little shaker tag I have. And I'm going to add one of these little dots to it. So we just peel it off and stick it on. And I'm just going to stick it right here in the corner. And there you go. That's how easy it is. So here, we'll do one more because, well, I just want you to see that these are just so fun. I mean, you've just created your own little dots ready to peel off and use. And of course, as usual, everything is a mile away from me because of the camera. I don't know if you guys have a better camera setup than me. I actually love mine. It's overhead, but it just kind of prevents me from being as close to things as I want, and maybe that's just how it is when you're recording. So, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, there you go. You have your homemade embellishments you can just stick on things. And I also wanted to show you that you could do it with glitter paper. So I didn't do it with glitter paper, but I just wanted to give you that inspiration because it is just so fun. I mean, these are great little dots that you can just peel off and use. And then, like I said, if you don't have like glue dots or a Xyron, and so you're just making them, you can still either leave them on here or peel them off and put them in like a little container. And I happen to have a container that I have a million of these little things in that I just use my punches for so that I have cute little embellishments for when I need them. So there you go. And now I'm going to show you something else.
My original plan for this video was to show you how to make some beautiful paper flowers out of your scraps, but then I decided that the enamel dots were something that was more universal and can be used on many more projects than flowers, but I really love the whole flower idea, so I will have a video up tomorrow showing you how to make paper flowers from scraps.
And another great way to use your scraps are these glazed paper tiles. They look like little ceramic tiles. And I have a video on how to do this. So look below in the description box and you will find the link to this video. Oh, and most important thing, in the description box below, you are going to find a link to the next person in this collaboration hop, and you're not going to want to miss it because they're going to show you what embellishments they like to make with their scraps. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.